This exercise comes with a preliminary screening movement which you can use prior to training. What I'm looking to do here is test internal rotation. I'm lying against the floor with my hips with my spine in a neutral position with my feet up. My elbow is level with my shoulders, so we have an imaginary 90-degree angle here. What I'm looking to do is keep my shoulder in the exact same position without any compromise in the shoulder position, and I'm going to bring my hand flat to the floor. In this left hand side, you can see that this is roughly around 45 degrees. What we want to do is just do a few reps so you can test and see whereabouts you're up to side, and you can see in this position here I've retested as well on the right side, so I'm getting a gauge to see whether I have an even amount of internal rotation both sides. The intervention for this one, if we pause here, you can see that the left goes a lot further than the right. So at this moment in time, my internal rotation is less on the right hand side than the left, which is something we want to address. The intervention for this one, you're going to get a kettlebell, create an arm bar position like so. An arm bar is where you have your shoulder blade in a centrated position, so a very, very stable position. It's locked in towards the body. You're then going to create intra-abdominal pressure, so basically create rigidity in the spine and keeping it locked into position. And we're going to go load the other shoulder, the opposing shoulder, so your arms are straight out at 90 degrees to the torso. We're then going to inhale in through the nose and then exhale forcefully, rotating on to that left hand shoulder. So we get an element of rotation using the obliques, using the core musculature to rotate, driving through that right foot. And then we're going to slowly control going into the eccentric, breathing in through the nose. Notice here how I've gone from a neutral position with the palm. We're going to go pronated, which means palm facing away from you, or towards the feet as you rotate. So it's a big inhalation here. Then we're going to exhale into the movement, getting that rotation in the shoulder. Inhale, exhale, rotate. You want to do anywhere between 5 to 10 reps of this, but making sure it's controlled and making sure you're using the core throughout the entire of the movement, so nothing becomes passive, just going through the ranges of motion. Once you've done 5 to 10 reps on this, place the kettlebell down and then go to a retest of the movement, again creating the exact same conditions. So we want arms 90 degrees, we want to keep the shoulders in the same position without any movement, and then we're going to test internal rotation. The internal rotation on this side was 45 degrees, and it was anywhere between 55 to 60 on the opposing side. But as you can see here, when we go down into the movement and retest, the kettlebell exercise has improved internal rotation, so now they're more even. What I'd recommend doing is doing this test and then this intervention prior to any pressing, and making sure you have an even amount of both external and internal rotation prior to doing any heavy upper body movements.